Hi, I just wanted to say in the following video you'll hear a lot of echo. The room is pretty empty. This is my radio room, so there's not a whole lot in here. So it's kind of echoes back and forth. So please, forgive the sound in this. Thank you. Hi, I'm Marty. Kilo Quebec 4, Oscar Zulu Alpha, the Georgia Ham. Like most of you, I've got an end-fed half-wave antenna up in the trees, and recently during a storm it broke and I had to put a new one back up. The issue was throwing it up there with the arborist throw. I've had shoulder surgery and had my bicep and my rotator both repaired. I don't have the same strength I used to have in my arm, and to constantly throw that gets very tiring very quickly for me. So I had been talking to some people and they came up with this idea that they use a SlingShot. So I thought, well, let's try making a SlingShot and see how it works. So I'm going to do that here. So if I make a mistake or do something wrong, it goes with the territory. I'm not a professional. This is a hobby. And I just want to show you something that I'm going to try, and once I get it put together, I'll make another video and show you how well I've been able to use it. I went to Walmart and I bought a SlingShot, cheap $8 SlingShot. Went to Home Depot, I bought a bracket, a couple of clamps. Walmart, I bought the Zebco reel 202 and some 3/4 ounce weights. I've heard everybody say they've used anything from a ½ ounce to an ounce to 2 ounces. So I figure 3/4 ounce. I've got houses near me. I don't want to hit somebody's house. I don't want to hit my own house. So I figure 3/4 ounce I'm going to start with and try it and see how it works. I also bought 1 ounce weights just in case it doesn't work out. The weight that I bought actually is got a little eyelet on the end of it right here, so that you can put the fishing line through, pull it back and snap it. So let's see how this comes together, and hopefully it'll work. I think right there will probably be good. Got enough room to mount. Yep, got enough room to mount that. It's a learning experience for me as well. I did buy better tape. I bought the Scotch Super 88. I've had cheap tape in the past, just didn't like it. So we're going to utilize this. I'll get my knife out here so we can cut it when we need to. I'm going to put my eyes on because I had cataract surgery and I can no longer see close up. Well, I couldn't see close up before either. I couldn't see close or far before. Now I can see far, I just can't see close. And the lighting in here is not the absolute best. I have dogs. Please don't mind the dogs. They are noisy. So let's get this started. Not doing too good here. Let's start this like this. Put that up against there like that. Pull it down. I'm really hoping this works out great and that I'm able to utilize this, because I think it would be much easier to get it into the exact spot that you want without throwing it a bunch of times. I mean, I do know that when I had trees taken down on the property, some of these guys are just absolutely phenomenal with those arborist throws, but I personally am not one of them. It takes me quite a few throws to get it to where it needs to be, and the tape seems to be holding it pretty good. I'm keeping it pretty tight, and seems to be holding it good. Hopefully it will stay that way. I'm just going to do this again, tighten it up, get a couple of wraps on it. I want it to be as secure as I can. You know, my whole thing with doing this is, and the YouTube videos, is just to help people possibly back. I've been helped many times. I actually saw something similar to this that a guy did on a YouTube video. And that's where I got the idea to try this. Originally, a lot of people were using fishing poles, and they were putting the fishing poles behind them in the ground, and then shooting a slingshot this way. And they would put the fishing pole behind them and then take the slingshot and shoot it up in the air. So that's what they were doing that way, but I didn't think that that was the way I wanted to do it, so I started looking at other alternatives, and I said, well, what if we made a bracket? And then I kept watching videos, and I eventually came across a guy that had the same idea and did something, did it like this. I do want to keep it towards the outer front part of it though. Keep it there. Let's tighten that down. Like I said, this is all trial and error for me. You know, I've never done anything like this before. One of the things that I like about ham radio is it really takes you out of your comfort zone and gets you to try different things and learning things, and with the antennas and all, and there's so much to learn in this, to try these different things, and I love to tinker, so this is perfect for me. Tighten that as tight as I can get it without stabbing myself here. Whoa. Okay. Well, seems like it might work. Not perfectly straight. Looks straight on there, but doesn't look straight. Maybe this is crooked. But it should do the trick. This is how it came out. I taped the bracket to the slingshot, and I reversed it. The L bracket. Looked like it was going to go the other way, but I put it to the bottom, and I do have to adjust the drag. There we go. And so anyhow, I have the reel, the bracket, the slingshot, and the 2 C-clamps, and that's all there is to it. Hopefully we tie the weight on there and take it outside and give it a shot and see what happens. I'm hoping it works really well. This is just a short video. Like I said, I'm just doing short videos to try and help people or make them think for themselves. You know, I'm constantly trying to come up with different ways to do things, and each time I come up with something, I will bring you along and try it, and if it works, great. If it doesn't, back to the drawing board. But I will take this outside. It's really crummy out today, and it's not nice weather, but I will take this out and give it a good shot and see how we do, see if it works. Get it up over the tree and see if it's enough weight to drop it, and we'll see how it does, and I will let you know. For those of you that are not familiar with tying a weight on, I just wanted to throw this in there real quick. You bring it through, bring it back up about that high, and then you're going to wrap it 5 times, at least 4, maybe 5. I do 5. Some people do 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now this is a 10-pound test. It's not very strong. It's not very thick either. So then what you're going to do is the bottom loop, you're going to come through it. You're going to bring it up, and then you're going to come back through this loop here, like so, and then pull it tight, and then just slide it down, holding the long end. And that should do it. I forgot that, you know, maybe some of you are not people who fish, and that's the weight. And hopefully it'll have enough weight to throw it up in a tree and see how it does. Thank you. Again, Marty, Kilo Quebec 4, Oscar Zulu Alpha, the Georgia Ham.